You know how sometimes you see an office and it looks great and you think, wow, I don't know how they do that. Well, I decided I didn't know how they do that either, so I decided I was going to try. There's a stage where your office actually looks worse as you try to put it back together again. We're kind of at that right now. And I realize that some of it is due to the simple fact that I tried to be really aggressive about my time management. But there's a myth about time management. The myth is that you have to manage time, that productivity is the top of it. The thing is, I think what we really need to manage are our priorities. Now, stop me if this sounds familiar, but when I drive, anything over an hour, really, and that happens a lot in my life. When I drive, I usually like to listen to podcasts or books on audio, or, well, you get the idea. The thing is, one of the things that I've noticed, and I kind of squirm about it, but the reality is I am frequently having to rewind a little bit. Why? Well, because for the life of me, I can't remember where it left off. And sometimes when I get back in the car and I turn the key and I start listening to the podcast again, I don't remember what happened before. So I rewind again. Yeah. I have a feeling I'm not the only person who does that. So recently I read an article about an approach called the dials. And the idea is that you establish a dial for every single area of your life. Office cleanup would be one of my dials. Learning would be one of my dials. Getting the house ready for a big family visit is one of my dials. The thing is, what you want to do is evaluate which of your dials needs to be on high and which is okay if it's not. And then take a good hard look at your dials. Too many of them on high? None of them on low? Reevaluate. Oh, and another thing about time management that turns out to be a whole lot more productive than you might think. Remember to give yourself some grace. Some days, it's just not going to work. And doing your best is really great. But some days, your best is different than other days. And that's okay too. Because the most productive use of your time isn't beating yourself up over whether or not you productively manage the time. This video was brought to you by the Leadership Driven Project Management Academy. I'm Kimi in the throes of reorganizing. Thanks for joining me.